In a dimly lit library at Yale University, behind a protective glass case, rests a book that has baffled humanity for over 600 years. The Voynich manuscript, a 240-page enigma, is filled with mysterious illustrations of alien plants, astrological symbols, and nude women bathing in strange green fluids. But the heart of its mystery lies in the text itself, an unknown script that no human has ever successfully deciphered. Discovered in 1912 by Polish-American antiquarian Wilfred Voynich, the manuscript's origins trace back to the early 15th century. Its pages are made of vellum, carbon-dated to between 1404 and 1438. But no one knows who wrote it, why, or for whom. Unlike other medieval manuscripts, which are often in Latin, Greek, or Arabic, the Voynich script has no known relation to any human language or cipher system. Over the years, codebreakers from all walks of life have attempted to crack its code. During World War II, British and American cryptographers, the same minds who later cracked the Nazi enigma, tried and failed to decode it. Modern AI algorithms and linguistics experts have also taken their shot, some claiming partial breakthroughs, only to face overwhelming academic skepticism. The manuscript's illustrations add layers to its mystique. Pages depict plants that don't exist in any botanical records, star charts that defy medieval astronomy, and intricate circular diagrams that suggest a cosmology alien to Western or Eastern traditions. Some researchers believe the Voynich is a pharmacological guide, a medieval woman's health manual, or a coded alchemical treatise. Others think it is an elaborate hoax, perhaps concocted by a medieval scribe to impress a wealthy patron. Yet, hoax theories fall short when scrutinized. The text's internal structure is too complex to be meaningless gibberish. Statistical analyses have shown that the Voynich script follows linguistic patterns similar to natural languages, with repetitive structures and word distributions that mirror human communication. In recent years, some scholars proposed that the Voynich manuscript might represent a constructed language, perhaps a forgotten dialect transcribed using a personal cipher system. Others believe it may encode content using a lost steganographic method, where meaning is hidden within seemingly random words. The mystery persists because every hypothesis seems to hit a wall. The manuscript's author remains unknown, its purpose an eternal question mark. Some believe the truth will emerge through the intersection of historical linguistics and machine learning. Others accept that the manuscript might forever elude human understanding as it sits silently in its Yale sanctuary. The Voynich manuscript continues to provoke, inspire, and haunt those who dare to unravel its secrets. It's a puzzle that bridges centuries, reminding us that even in an age of AI and quantum computing, some mysteries remain timeless. Nestled in the courtyard of the CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia, stands a sculpture that has tormented codebreakers for over 3 decades. Named Cryptos, this copper and granite artwork is not just an aesthetic centerpiece. It is a cryptographic challenge designed to stump the world's best intelligence minds. Created by artist Jim Sanborn and installed in 1990, Cryptos features a large, curved sheet of copper inscribed with 4 sections of encrypted text, comprising nearly 1,800 characters. From its inception, Cryptos was more than art. It was a challenge, a riddle within a riddle, daring the very agents sworn to decipher global secrets. The first 3 sections of Cryptos, known as K1, K2, and K3, were cracked by amateur cryptologists and CIA analysts in the mid-1990s. These texts revealed poetic phrases and hidden messages, alluding to secret burials, layered with literary and historical references. However, the 4th and final section, K4, a mere 97 characters long, has resisted decryption for over 30 years. Sanborn has provided sparse hints about K4's solution over the years. In 2010, he revealed that the 64th to 69th letters decode to Berlin. In 2014, he dropped another clue, letters 70 through 74 spell clock. These breadcrumbs have ignited countless theories, from Cold War espionage plots to geographical coordinates pointing to buried secrets beneath CIA grounds. Despite intense scrutiny by some of the world's best codebreakers, including teams from the NSA, K4 remains unsolved. Theories abound. Some believe the key to solving K4 lies in manipulating physical aspects of the sculpture itself, its curves, shadows, and alignments with the sun. Others argue the cipher may involve a complex polyalphabetic encryption method that has yet to be uncovered. Sanborn has tantalized the public by suggesting that the final solution involves something physically buried, though he has not clarified whether it's a metaphorical or literal burial. This cryptic statement fuels the imaginations of treasure hunters and cryptography enthusiasts worldwide. What makes crypto so captivating is not just the unsolved code, but its location. The heart of the CIA, where cracking codes is a daily profession. The idea that an artist could outsmart America's top spies is both humbling and exhilarating. Cryptos represents the delicate dance between art and science. It's a reminder that codes are not just tools of war and espionage, but can also be poetic, philosophical, and profoundly human. The sculpture challenges our assumptions about intelligence, questioning whether technology and brute force computation can ever fully replace human intuition and creativity. As K4 continues to defy decryption, it joins the pantheon of history's greatest unsolved ciphers, standing as a silent sentinel in Langley, daring the world to crack its code. Cryptos is not just a puzzle, it's a symbol of the eternal human quest to uncover hidden truths. In the early 19th century, a man named Thomas J. Beale allegedly left behind one of America's greatest treasure mysteries. The Beale ciphers, a set of 3 ciphertexts, are said to reveal the location of a buried fortune in gold, silver, and jewels worth over $65 million in today's currency, hidden somewhere in Bedford County, Virginia. This treasure has remained undiscovered, with 2 of the 3 ciphers unsolved to this day. The story begins in 1822, when an innkeeper named Robert Morris received a locked box from Beale, who claimed it contained documents to be opened if he did not return after 10 years. Beale never came back. 2 decades later, Morris opened the box and found sheets of ciphertexts written in numbers. In 1885, a pamphlet surfaced telling Beale's tale, igniting a century-long frenzy of cryptographic sleuthing and treasure hunting. The second ciphertext, known as Beale Cipher No. 2, was decrypted using the Declaration of Independence as a key. It revealed a brief message describing the buried treasure's contents, but gave no hint of its exact location. Cipher No. 1 and Cipher No. 3, which supposedly revealed the precise location and the names of the treasure's owners, have resisted all attempts at decryption. The mystery of the Beale ciphers has spawned legions of amateur codebreakers and treasure hunters. Some believe Beale's treasure is a myth, an elaborate hoax designed to sell pamphlets. Others are convinced the treasure is real and buried in the Virginia hills, waiting for the right key to unlock its secrets. Cryptanalysts have debated the cipher's legitimacy for decades. Critics argue that Cipher No. 2's solution is too conveniently constructed, suggesting the entire story was fabricated. Supporters point out that the complexity of the remaining ciphers and the historical details in the pamphlet indicate authenticity. Various methods, including frequency analysis, pattern recognition, and advanced computer algorithms, have been employed in the search for a solution. Yet, no breakthrough has emerged. Some theorists suggest that the key to solving the Beale ciphers is hidden within other historical documents or requires a physical map that has been lost over time. The Beale ciphers represent more than a quest for gold. They embody the human obsession with secrets, puzzles, and the allure of hidden fortunes. The legend has been passed down through generations, captivating the imagination of cryptologists, historians, and adventurers alike. To this day, treasure hunters comb the hills of Bedford County, guided by Beale's enigmatic numbers, and the hope that the cipher's solution and the treasure is within reach. Whether the Beale's ciphers conceal a real fortune or a literary hoax, they continue to be one of America's most enduring and tantalizing cryptographic mysteries. In the late 1960s, a serial killer who called himself Zodiac terrorized Northern California, leaving behind not just victims but cryptic ciphers and taunting letters sent to newspapers and police. The Zodiac killer's cryptic messages have haunted the world for decades. A sinister blend of true crime and unsolved code breaking. The Zodiac sent the main ciphers, labeled Z408, Z340, Z13, and Z32. The first cipher, Z408, was quickly solved by a pair of amateur code-takers who unveiled a disturbing message filled with misspellings and a boast of the killer's desire to hunt humans. But the second cipher, Z340, became one of history's most notorious unsolved codes, until a global team cracked it in December 2020, 51 years after it was sent. The Z340 cipher revealed a chilling but familiar message. "I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me," and other taunts. While the solution didn't reveal the killer's identity, it confirmed Zodiac's penchant for layered ciphers and wordplay. The remaining ciphers, Z13 and Z32, remain unsolved to this day. What makes the Zodiac ciphers uniquely sinister is their connection to real, unsolved crimes. Each letter was a psychological weapon designed to spread fear and confusion, while the codes served as intellectual challenges to law enforcement and the public. Over the years, professional cryptographers, FBI analysts, and amateur sleuths have pored over the remaining ciphers. Theories abound regarding the methods Zodiac used, ranging from simple substitution ciphers to complex homophonic encryptions. The killer's penchant for spelling errors, misdirection, and possible layered encryptions has made definitive decryption extraordinarily difficult. Some believe Zodiac never intended for the remaining ciphers to be solved, that they are intentional red herrings designed to perpetuate his myth. Others hold out hope that advances in AI and cryptanalysis will eventually reveal their secrets and perhaps even unmask the killer. The Zodiac ciphers represent a darker side of cryptography. Codes crafted not for secrecy or art, but for terror. Yet, they also symbolize the undying human determination to seek truth, to solve puzzles, and to find justice, even after decades of silence. As long as the Zodiac's final ciphers remain unsolved, they will continue to haunt both codebreakers and crime historians, standing as a grim reminder that some of history's darkest riddles may never yield their answers. In the sun-drenched ruins of ancient Crete, amidst the crumbling walls of palaces and temples, lies a mystery that has defied linguists and historians for millennia. Linear A, the undeciphered script of the Minoan civilization, is one of history's oldest and most elusive codes, discovered in the early 20th century. Linear A represents a written language that predates classical Greece by 1,000 years, yet no one knows what it says. Linear A was primarily used between 1800 and 1450 BCE, inscribed on clay tablets, ceremonial vessels, and religious artifacts, unlike its successor, Linear B, which was decoded in the 1950s and revealed to be an early form of Greek. Linear A remains a linguistic orphan, with no known relatives or decipherable connections to any existing language. The Minoans were a sophisticated civilization known for their advanced architecture, vibrant frescoes, and far-reaching trade networks across the Mediterranean. Their writing system, however, has become a stubborn enigma. Linear A consists of over 90 unique symbols, many of which appear similar to those in Linear B, but the phonetic values and meanings remain obscure. One of the greatest hurdles in deciphering Linear A is the limited number of surviving inscriptions. Fewer than 1,500 fragments exist today. This scarcity of material makes it difficult to perform meaningful statistical analyses or establish a reliable lexicon. Without a bilingual artifact, like the Rosetta Stone for Egyptian hieroglyphs, scholars are left to rely on educated guesses and comparative studies. Numerous theories about Linear A's language family have been proposed. Some suggest it's related to the Semitic languages, while others believe it might represent a pre-Greek Aegean tongue. Still, none of these hypotheses have led to a definitive breakthrough. Advances in technology, such as high-resolution 3D scanning and AI-based linguistic modeling, have breathed new life into the quest to decode Linear A. Researchers hope that as databases grow and pattern recognition software improves, previously unnoticed connections may come to light. Yet, Linear A's allure lies not only in its academic challenge, but in the cultural treasure it represents. Deciphering it could unlock invaluable insights into Minoan religion, economy, and daily life, providing a direct voice from a civilization that has remained silent for over 3,500 years. Linear A stands as a testament to humanity's ancient ingenuity and the fragility of cultural memory. Until its secrets are unveiled, it remains a haunting reminder that even the greatest civilizations can leave behind mysteries that outlast their monuments. On December 1, 1948, the body of an unidentified man was discovered on Somerton Beach near Adelaide, Australia. He was well dressed, with no identification, and lying peacefully as if asleep. The case would soon spiral into one of the most baffling unsolved mysteries of the 20th century, known as the Tamim Shud case. The mystery deepened when investigators found a hidden pocket sewn into the man's trousers, containing a rolled-up scrap of paper with the words Tamim Shud, Persian for ended or finished. This phrase was traced back to a rare edition of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, a book of Persian poetry known for its meditations on life and death. Things took a stranger turn when the matching copy of the Rubaiyat was discovered in the back seat of an abandoned car near the beach. Inside the book were cryptic pencil markings, a string of seemingly random letters arranged in 5 lines, suspected to be a cipher. Despite extensive analysis by cryptographers and military code experts, this so-called Somerton Man code has never been definitively deciphered. Adding to the enigma was a phone number scribbled in the book, leading investigators to a local nurse who claimed no knowledge of the man, though her reaction suggested otherwise. Theories have swirled for decades. Was the Somerton Man a Cold War spy, a jilted lover, or an unlucky man involved in a secretive affair? Efforts to identify the man using fingerprint records and dental charts came up empty. His autopsy revealed no clear cause of death, though many suspected poisoning by an untraceable toxin. The man's physical features and belongings, including a peculiar type of orange thread not manufactured in Australia, further fueled espionage theories. In recent years, advances in forensic genealogy have brought new hope. In 2022, Australian authorities announced they had identified the Somerton Man as Carl Charles Webb, a Melbourne-born electrical engineer. Yet, the mystery of the code remains unsolved, leaving a lingering sense of unfinished business. The Tamim Shud case is more than a tale of an unidentified corpse. It's a story that intertwines cryptography, Cold War intrigue, and the human obsession with secrets. Even with the man's identity revealed, the cipher found in the Rubaiyat continues to baffle code. The Tamim Shud mystery is a haunting reminder that some ciphers are not just puzzles to be solved, but stories that carry the weight of human tragedy and intrigue. It represents a poignant intersection of life, death, and the codes we leave behind. As the 20th century faded into history, one would think the age of unsolved ciphers would remain buried in dusty archives. But cryptic messages continued to whisper through time, evolving with technology, becoming more elusive, more tantalizing. The mystery of the Zodiac Killer's ciphers had ignited a public obsession. Yet decades passed, and new puzzles emerged, each more complex, each more layered in digital shadows. Enter the enigmatic cicada 3301. In January 2012, an anonymous image appeared on obscure internet forums and message boards. A black background, white text, a challenge. Hello, we are looking for highly intelligent individuals. To find them, we have devised a test. There is a message hidden in this image. No signature, no clues to their identity. Only a digital breadcrumb leading into a labyrinth of cryptographic riddles. Thus began what would become one of the most mystifying internet-based treasure hunts of the modern era. But who was behind Cicada 3301? Government intelligence agencies scouting for cryptographic talent, a rogue group of cyber-anarchists? Or was it a game, a social experiment designed to probe the limits of human cognition? The puzzles were not for the faint of heart. They spanned the globe, both physically and digitally. Participants had to decode complex steganography, extract hidden messages from digital noise, and even physically travel to remote locations where posters bearing the cicada emblem had been pinned to lampposts. From Poland to Australia to Japan. What made Cicada 3301 so hypnotic wasn't just the difficulty of the puzzles. It was their layered philosophy. The ciphers were embedded with references to William Blake's poetry, medieval occult texts, Mayan numerology, and 18th century cryptographic methods. Every clue revealed another layer of intellectual and cultural depth, challenging not just the solvers' technical skills, but their understanding of art, philosophy, and history itself. But why? What was the endgame? Unlike treasure hunts with a tangible prize, Cicada never offered a reward. No fame, no money. Those who reached the final levels, few and far between, reported being invited into a private group. But beyond that, the trail vanishes. Silence. The mystery only deepened as similar puzzles appeared in 2013 and 2014, each more intricate than the last. And then ... nothing. Cicada 3301 vanished as suddenly as it had appeared, leaving behind only a legacy of unsolved riddles and endless speculation. But Cicada wasn't the only modern cipher that haunted digital corridors. The Zodiac Killer's ciphers, long considered unsolvable, suddenly roared back into public consciousness. In 2020, a team of amateur codebreakers cracked the Zodiac's 340-character cipher, revealing a chilling message confirming the killer's disdain for capture and his perverse sense of immortality. It took over 51 years, a stark reminder that even the most complex codes can eventually surrender to persistence, technology, and collective intellect. Yet, the Zodiac's identity remains a ghost, lurking behind layers of time and unproven theories. And not all of his ciphers have been cracked. A few fragments still mock us with their silence. The line between historical ciphers and modern digital mysteries is blurred. Codes once scratched onto parchment are now embedded in quantum algorithms. Yet the thrill remains the same. The timeless dance between creator and solver. A cerebral duel across centuries. As we step deeper into the 21st century, with AI-generated cryptography and blockchain enigmas, new unsolved codes are already being born. Each one a whisper, a challenge, a silent invitation to those who dare to listen. The question isn't just who will solve them, it's why were they written in the first place. In Part 8, we will journey into the shadowy realm of intelligence agencies, secret wartime ciphers, and the enduring quest for the perfect unbreakable code. Where secrecy isn't just power, it's survival. Throughout history, every code ever crafted carried with it an unspoken promise that it was unbreakable. Yet time and again, those promises crumbled beneath the relentless pressure of human ingenuity. From the ancient scrawls of Linear A to the tangled web of Zodiac's cryptic taunts, no cipher seemed to withstand the test of persistence and curiosity. But in the clandestine world of intelligence agencies, cryptography is not a game. It is a shield, one that guards nations, exposes threats, and, at times, determines the fate of wars. As World War II faded into history, leaving behind tales of enigma and purple codes, a new era of cipher wars began. This time, in the cold, sterile glow of the Cold War, the arms race was paralleled by a cipher race, where the United States and the Soviet Union poured resources into crafting and cracking cryptographic systems. The NSA National Security Agency, shrouded in secrecy, was born from this need. Their goal was clear: make unbreakable codes and break everyone else's. On the other side, the KGB sharpened their espionage tools, weaving ciphers within ciphers, hiding spies in plain sight. Yet even as the Cold War ended, The dream of the unbreakable code remained elusive. Mathematics had always been a double-edged sword. Every leap in cryptographic strength brought with it a corresponding advance in code-breaking techniques. But then, a glimmer of hope appeared. Quantum cryptography. Unlike classical codes that relied on mathematical complexity, quantum cryptography harnessed the laws of physics themselves, using principles of quantum mechanics, particularly quantum entanglement and the no-cloning theorem. It promised something unprecedented. Any attempt to intercept or measure a quantum encrypted message would instantly disturb its state, revealing the intrusion. Theoretically, this was unbreakable. For the first time, humanity wasn't just scribbling secrets in clever patterns. We were bending reality itself to protect information. But nature, as always, has a way of humbling human ambition. As quantum computers themselves advanced, so did their ability to threaten existing encryption methods. Algorithms like Schur's algorithm loomed on the horizon, capable of shattering the RSA cryptosystems that secure the internet today. Suddenly, the very technology that promised unbreakable codes threatened to unravel them. It became a paradox, a cipher race with no finish line. And so, the quest continues. But beyond the mathematics, beyond the technology, lies a deeper truth. Ciphers are reflections of humanity's eternal desire to be understood, and to remain hidden. For every code that protected kings and armies, there was a personal cipher. Lovers exchanging secret letters, oppressed voices whispering resistance, artists embedding hidden meanings within their work. Codes have always been more than just walls of secrecy. They are bridges of connection, whispers across time waiting to be heard. The unsolved ciphers that remain. The Voynich manuscript, cryptus fragments of the Beale ciphers. They are not failures of decryption. They are reminders. Reminders that the human mind is both the lock and the key. That somewhere, someone holds the answer. Perhaps unwittingly, perhaps still to be born. And perhaps some ciphers were never meant to be solved. Perhaps they were crafted not as messages to be read, but as eternal puzzles, monuments to the mystery itself. In the end, the greatest cipher isn't written in ink or code. It is the insatiable human desire to understand the unknown. As long as there are secrets to uncover, as long as curiosity burns within us, the dance of codes and codebreakers will never cease. It is not a war to be won, but a story, ever evolving, ever elusive, ever eternal. The cipher lives on.